Woo! I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh no matter what you say because I need to laugh at that. Because to me, it is funny. Oh, what did you just do? Thank you. That makes me drink my Coke. Thank you very much for that. What? There should have been. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I've got to include that on my freaking thing. You've got to be kidding me. Browser. All right. I have potentially got it fixed. Did that one come through? No sound. What? Why is it not coming through? I can hear it, so I don't know why it's not coming through for... No, I do, because it screams out drink. It literally screams out drink. It goes, drink! Alright, so I got game, Discord, application. Let's go into the audio settings. Yeah, it's not picking it up at all. That's really odd. No, it's not even showing up in the audio mixer. Like... Wow, properties, okay. That is really, really odd. Because I can actively hear it. Properties. No, it doesn't even have anything in regards to, like, output sound. OBS. So it's not coming up in the audio because I absolutely cannot use Streamlabs. I hate it. It is so... there are several different things that I just absolutely dislike about OBS. Streamlabs that make it so that I cannot use it. It's not even, yeah. So I don't know what's going on because it just says that it can pick it up. I will double check this then. So I've got it sourced to online. Everything else is online. Settings are good. I've got nothing on the audio mixer that links back into it. Managers. I guarantee you have it to where you only hear it and not sent to live. This is the thing though, it's not, I haven't. Insights, chatbot, scenes, animations, my alerts. Library. My alerts. Channel points. Global alert settings. No. There is no when I'm looking at the audio mixer right now, which is where I'm actually at. Because that's why it's on a blank screen right now. When I go into the audio mixer, it just shows sound screen alerts. I go into properties. It doesn't go. It doesn't give anything in regards to refreshing the cache or anything. When I go and I click on I am supposed to be on freaking user settings. Let's go into stream mode. There we go. So it doesn't say anything about any of the audio. It doesn't say anything about audio capture. There is no advanced audio properties. In order for me to go into advanced audio properties, it would have to be showing up in the audio mixer. It is not showing up in the audio mixer. Nope. So I've got a double cogwheel at the bottom of audio mixer. When I go into audio mixer, it just shows up as application audio capture beta, which is used for when I'm using Google Chrome to do the collabs, and Discord, game, microphone, and Spotify. So yeah, I don't have audio monitoring on at all. All audio monitors are off. Spotify is taken off of track 2, which would mean that it would be recording into the VOD. So it's removed from the VOD. The only thing that's picking up in the VOD are mic, game, Discord, and application audio capture. I have sound alerts on screen, and it's not there. Yeah, it's I'll have to ask Visit for help when he's next available, because right now he's just, yeah, he's in the middle of being sick. So yeah, it's something is definitely not right. Hi, Mike. So yeah, I but yeah, anyways, let's go on with the show. Welcome. I am, well, I'm Flint Ewood. I am a art streamer, and part-time lichen overlord of a small little forest kingdom. But yeah, I shower of grippers. We don't talk about that though. Yes. So but anyways, yeah. I'm kind of doing a little bit of a debut here. This is a pre-made that I bought off of Booth. It is actually quite good. I have the artist linked in my bio here and in my bio on Twitter. So just so that everyone is aware, yeah, this is a pre-made. This is going to be possibly a model that you'll see on other VTubers. I'm working on getting the second outfit working on this, and I'll be setting that up tomorrow morning. So right now I've just got, well, this technically is the second outfit for this model and the second head. I'll go into a bit on it in just a second here. This is, the name of the model is Asuka, but under my own stuff, I'm who I am. So this is the representation of me in the world. The symbol here on the shirt is actually the artist's signature. I am not going to remove that. It's part of the contract in owning this. But also, they've managed to do it in such a way that it actually looks like a graphic t-shirt. So that's actually really, really cool. Like, if the artist started selling shirts with this, I would buy them, personally. But yeah, I have been streaming IRL for 7 years, I want to say. Actually, longer than that. Way longer than that. Like, closer to 8 years. Pretty much, almost as soon as I had this channel, I was streaming a little bit from time to time. Back during the pandemic, I streamed just to pretty much keep myself from going bored. And I did live plays with other streamers under the Warped Films moniker. Through that, we were able to actually get a television show on Roku for a short time. I did a podcast and am going to be picking that podcast up again with this guy, this brilliantly lovely face. And what I did with that podcast was I reviewed RPG game systems and themes and character creation, and went over a bit of combat so that people had the best information that they could in regards to picking it up for themselves. Yes. Well, I call it a podcast. It was more like a video review, but it was a long-ass video review that wasn't properly edited. You would not believe that I actually grew up in California because I can edit for shit. I've always been more of a production assistant and front of camera talent. would be a nice way of putting it. So yeah, there's that. Yeah. So kind of freeing myself up a bit here. So the podcast was a live recording between myself and Nick. Nick is still my co-host. He's not going to be able to make it for the podcast anymore because he's in the middle of doing a lot of work stuff for his current studies, and I'm sad about that. But as soon as he's available, he's going to be picking it back up with me. So you'll see Nick over the time as things go on, and when I'm able to actually pay him as well, because I want to be able to pay him. Like the entire thing of continuing this is so that I can actually like pay him so that he can get the hell out of Argentina and do what he wants to do as a pharmacist. Because he's an amazing guy who's amazingly talented. But yeah, what I've really come into though is art and miniatures, and I've been hoping to get more of a focus on BattleTech, especially here in the UK, because it was one of my favorite games in the States. More specifically, I got into it from the BattleTech cartoon that was like early 90s, like drastically early 90s. And from there, I was able to get into the MechWarrior video games, which I will be playing on here from time to time. And as well, I got into quite a few other games through that. I'm hugely into survival games and games where you build like stuff, just generic crap. So much generic crap. But yeah, so there's all of that, and I'm still writing out the actual lore section for my VTuber. It's not that important in regards to like the grand scheme of things, but by the time, if this does go quite well, by the time that the 2.0 comes around, when I've finished that or commissioned it from the original artist to this, I'm going to have a full lore set up, and that's going to explain why the Discord is set up the way that it is. It's going to explain a bit more about how this character kind of treats itself and why the character persona is what it is. But anyways, as Roanoke Games would say, starting with the feet, we have got high tops with lights. And these are really, really cool in the fact that, as you can see, there's a pattern that kind of goes with a flashing bit of animation along, and that is just uberly cool and absolutely awesome to see, because I know how that animation gets made. It's a shine animation that has a light bar that goes around. They have it mirrored for effect, and it is just amazing in that. You've got high water chinos and black socks. I don't know why you have black socks that high when you've got high water chinos. You would pair them with a higher sock, but anyways. Obligatory semi-bondage symbolization, as I was saying the other day, leading into a yellow belt that's tied off, and the shirt. I love the shirt. The shirt is good. Yes, grippers. Joey! How you doing, Joey? There is no way to take off the shoes. There are no grippers on this model. I have grippers, but there are no grippers on the model. And yeah, we've got some animation on the hands. We can actually wave. Hello. Yes, there is a model. I had I kind of had an entire thing where I saw this model and oh no. No. We're not starting that. We're not starting that again. We're not doing that again tonight. No. Ah. This is okay. So, to go into the lore about this, well, I get why you did it, especially given the fact that hey, last night that's what happened. So, yeah, here's the thing on that. You agreed to. I agreed to the 5 gifted subs, and then I undersold myself by doing it as soon as each person was doing it. Yeah. So it's not so much that I agreed to it, it's that I apparently undersold myself and everybody wanted to make all of the memes. Absolute memes. Those clips have become the most watched clips on my channel. How you people did that? Yeah, you did. Yes, I did. I drastically did. Oh, God. Okay. But yeah. I'm... Sorry, I am in the middle of a message that I need to edit. Let me just get into here and go into docs. Blank document. But yeah, so yeah, going forward, face cam is going to be minimal, if completely removed, and it's going to be more hand cam. Oh yes, lore for your character. Don't know. But yeah, it would be something to actually help you on Lotus, because I could do that. I mean, I have helped a lot in regards to some other things that people have doing in regards to like any questions that you've got, because I do a lot of consult work administratively for industries and everything like that. Sorry. um, no, it's not that I'm offering because I actually am quite interested and I like helping other people with their projects. I've always been more of a person to actually help out more with things than I am to be able to like fully go through on something myself, because I get quite afraid of doing things on my own. And that sort of leads as to why I've been able to do the recent stuff that I've been doing and the pushes that I've been doing in regards to all this, because who I've been around, like Visit and Nyx and Jinx and Professor Scariot, has helped me get over a lot of the hurdles that I've had in regards to doing things on my own. And especially with the fact that I'm getting now known as the Battletech art guy here on Twitch, I'm feeling like I can actually do that a lot more with people. Like I can sit down and help them out, and through that kind of get to the entire thing that I want to do. So let me just get into here. Get into my Twitch. And creator dashboard, stream manager. Wow. No, I can understand that, because you've got a lot of you got a lot of stuff to do with your move, and like lore and everything is kind of like the last thing that everybody really thinks about. Because I've been here for so long, I've got to learn new editing skills. I have never edited anything, and because of the fact that with who I've been working with and around and who I've been making friends with, I'm getting to that point to where I'm like, I need to actually do this for me. I need to learn how to edit to be able to get everything done. That I'm kind of struggling a bit in regards to like all the tech that I've got to take on. And even then, not all the tech is working with me properly, because I have sound editing software from when from me doing voiceover stuff that I still use frequently. Now, can I use that with the video editing software that I've got? Yeah. It's just trying to get those all tied together, because of the fact that it's the first time I've ever used video editing software outside of having an actual editor sit beside me and tell me I'm fucking up. Because when I was working in film, when I was doing stuff, I was more of a props guy. I was, like I said, I was more like behind the scenes in regards to like setting stuff up for people, making sure that people were getting paid, and when I was in front of the camera, it was like small parts, if that at all. It was like, hey, hand over the prop. Hey, where's the payment? Can you make sure that this scene is being filmed properly by being scene director and site director? I can direct people. I am more of a manager type in person, and I'm relearning skills that I used to love when I was a teenager, and now I'm just like in my 30s going, holy shit, how the fuck do I do this again? All the while balancing like the stuff that I want to do as a dad. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's been very interesting in regards to all of this. Ah. I have done something that has made something change. There we go. Ah. So, this is officially my debut. I don't know what to fully expect from all of this. I'm still kind of working through what I want it to mean to me. But as the lore comes through, I'm going to be adding it into the Discord for everybody to see. I'm going to be putting in the entire Discord section for the first subscribers, the founders, called the Blooded, which are going to have their own bit of lore to all of this, and you guys can toss me over what you want to have added into it for like whatever, because it's supposed to be inside of the castle. Yes, your names are going up into the Discord server. They have their own dedicated area for everybody to see. Nobody else can write in it but me and moderators. But it's going to be like to give some thoughts on some of the lore that I've actually already gotten written down, especially since the way that the server is done. What I've done with it is the server is sort of the representation of the hallowed grounds of the Lich that the Lich itself that I have turned into sort of this park that other artists can walk through and see other sections of like what used to be there from when I quote unquote ruled the entire area. So because the way that I've developed the lore is that I'm not a Lich in the mystical sense, I'm a Lich in the technological sense. I'm dead. What is essentially before everybody is this never-ending, well, physically I'm dead, but what is before everybody is essentially this robot with an engram that's based off of my entire memories and everything. So it's like how do I there's a Netflix anime right now that kind of goes into this, but they have the very basic beginning of it where it's just servers upon servers upon servers carrying all the petabyte data that an entire human brain has access to at any given moment. Yeah, not an amusement park, more like a national park, like a national forestry park. The moderators, called the Rangers, are the people who go through the park and pull out the people who are doing, like, you know, shit that would actually get you kicked out of a fucking national park, or would be breaking terms of service, or, you know, illegal art deals, that kind of stuff. So the moderators, called the Rangers, kind of go through. They pick out the people who are bad actors, and they, well, you know, act like Rangers. I'm the owner of it. I'm the guy who kind of makes sure that everything works. Make sure that well, once you're in there, I'm kind of the guy who has final say. Which I get that a lot of people, in regards to like, hey, I'm a Twitch streamer who has a Discord server, the mods are going to be the ones who have more control. I don't see it like that. This is kind of, because I've been dealing with business from the financial side, because I deal with things in regards to like how things would be used. To me, I can't just leave it at that. I have to have an integral part of it, because it's an integral part of the business experience on the back end. It's how I get feedback from you as viewers. It's how I get feedback from other VTubers and other artists that I collaborate with. It's there's a forum section that everybody can post their artwork into that I can actually look through and evidence in case somebody gets accused of using AI to generate art and sell it as if they are an artist producing stuff for people or producing their own art, or if people are actually stealing other people's art and taking it and crediting it as their own. Mainly because of the fact that allows me to actually categorize it by individuals, that allows me to categorize it by posts and time frame everything, and be able to keep everything in a very clear and concise manner in case like somebody comes up to me saying, hey, so and so has been doing this in your server. I can look at it and go, well, if it's not in my fucking forums, I can't really deal with this because of the fact that I have to have evidence. And in regards to, hey, if this guy's doing this, because if you're going off and you're like making deals in DMs, yeah, you can give me all the DMs that you want. I'll probably have to take care of that from a TOS side in regards to the fact that this person is going to be breaking some fundamental like rules that I have in the server for non-harassment or stuff like that. But when it comes down to the fact that I've got it set up with that forum side for art, that's actually for protection of both artists, buyers, and myself, so that everything is just there up front. You can see a person's style. You can see the work that a person has done. You know all of this. I can look through. If somebody says that this art is stolen, I can look through at the pictures and I can evidence it towards anything else that I can find, and I can be like, yeah, there we go. And if I need to step in somewhere, I can do that. That's me protecting myself as a business. Yeah, it makes sense. But the lore side of it is I am probably about, let me see here on my notes, I'm about like what? Okay, so lore side, it's generational shit. The Lich project was something that came out from the generational ships as humanity left Earth to go colonize into the greater star system of the galaxy. So like they managed to develop the technology for interspatial travel, but it was through these generational ships. Lich programs were initiated on a small amount of the ships so that people could actually like live forever and make it to the planet instead of just dying on the way there. It was a way of giving hope to people on the ships so that, you know, they weren't just sitting there going, oh, we're just the ones that are going to die. We don't really have to work on this. It gave them something of a bit of hope. My character was an artist and a businessman, essentially a venture capitalist artist who kind of helped design the bodies that were being used for it, as the project actually came down to its final stages of like, we would have to use all of this, but because of the fact that they were working with such integrated systems that they had to recycle everything within the generational ships to make sure that they had resources to feed everyone and they weren't just randomly using up all the crap. What he managed to do is he managed to shrink it all into these human-sized bodies, and that's how he earned his ability to become a Lich. Is he designed the technology, he designed the formatting, he designed the artwork that allowed, he designed the art basis that allowed for each person who became a Lich to be able to fundamentally customize their body so that as soon as planetfall was made and the colonies were established, they could then start pumping out the Liches to be able to live and work among the standard humans. He managed to, because he was the person who actually established this, when he was one of the first ones to get popped out as well. He just didn't want to have anything really to do with the rest of society because he saw that there was going to be some issues, and he secluded himself into this castle and invited other artists who are either human or Lich to come in and visit and see. And yeah. So from that, hey Sparks. So from that, he was kind of supposed to be this neutral ground. I'm I bit the bullet and I made myself a VTuber. Well, I got myself a VTuber for right now. I'm making one in the background. I might do a couple art streams, kind of seeing what I kind of showing what I'm working on there. This is, yeah. So where was I? Oh yeah. So. Yay! I really like yours as well. Yours is really, really cool. So, yeah, building onto that, he tried to sort of create this garden of that artists could come in and sort of work together and try and prevent the worst of what he saw was going to happen, because whenever you've got people who are going to be like living forever, they're going to disassociate from how humanity is. And what he saw coming actually happened, but he kind of was a bit arrogant in the fact that he thought, well, I'm a neutral ground, nobody's going to attack me. They did, and he kind of gets knocked offline for about 1,000 years, and the garden that he had made just overgrows into this entire forest. There are creatures there that are kind of descended from some of the art projects that were being made from like geneticists that were working there, that were trying to make these, well, not vanity projects per se, but we're trying to kind of see as an art how to push the genetic sort of limits on animals that were both native to the planet that they landed on, as well as samples that they had brought back from Earth. So there are crows, there are ravens that are literally the size of one-story buildings that you can ride on, and everything, that have descended from like the first sort of experiments of these species that were being done there. There's stuff within the forest that literally will eat people if they wander off the kind of quote unquote allowed pathways within the forest, now that he's woken up and he's trying to rebuild the castle. And he's working with sort of the lore. Yeah, I did. I went. Well, this is like me after 20 minutes of thinking on it though. It's like you should write a book. This is me just 20 minutes in. I didn't even really think about this. I was just like, okay, I need lore. 20 minutes later, I've got like 5 pages written down, and I'm just like, this is all just notes. This is literally just my footnotes. Gripper's notes. Oh, great. I need to get back into owned because it's not allowed my... Huh. I used to have owned. Used to be able to sign in with Twitch, redirecting you automatically. Owned for some reason hasn't been back. Yeah. You'll never get away from it. I will not. You have made it part of my personal lore. Why is it... Why is it not working? Troubleshooting. Error. Unsupported. Why is it unsupported? Aw, Sparks, why are you so exhausted? Yeah, if you could. There should be a permanent one. Full-time job and yesterday 2 streams and full-time job, so I'm mentally checked out. Girl, not to mention the fact that you were like, what, you were taking shots on stream as well? Yeah, Sparks took shots. Ah. Yeah, you're gonna hobby all quietly. That's a good thing, though. I mean, you definitely need it, because you've just been working your ass off lately. Like, you really have been. Like, you've regularly been doing a morning and evening stream for, like, long old time. Girl, your liver's gonna be hating you. Well, that plus, don't you... She's doing that, and then on top of that, she's also editing her streams to be put up on YouTube, I do believe. Because I know for a fact you're not just putting up a straight VOD, and then you're handling the social media side with your Instagram, and then you're answering business emails back and forth with Angry Joe. You tried. You have done so fucking much. It's not even funny. The YouTube, ain't it? Yeah, no. Spark's a massive hustler. Spark's got the business knowledge. You just clip me and I use it. Yeah, I'm not putting up the feet clips on YouTube. that's oh yeah, you missed it yesterday. Sparks. They had me running around doing stuff. So Sparks, they had me in the middle of everything. Like, I was talking about I was talking with Visit the other day while we were on stream collabing, and he was talking about, oh, feet pics. You got to do feet pics with the OnlyFans now, and I was like, I will do that when somebody does this, and they took it as a challenge. No, they are not good clips. I will have to actually go through and edit them. Yeah. I challenged them, Sparks, and they, without even intending to, I challenged them and I didn't mean to. And yeah. I can't dare any of you. Yep. Yes, they will. Yeah, it's dangerous to challenge chat, as I have found out personally. Mr. Kenny. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be like this whenever I say that now. Just no, no. So yeah, one of the big things that I have planned coming up is I'm going to be doing some Dune, and what else? What else am I going to be doing? Yes, I did learn I learned a lesson, but I didn't learn the lesson that everybody was thinking I was learning. But yeah, one of my big things that I've always had is philosophy. Like, yeah, which is why the redeems are what they are. If you look there on the panels, you can see that I've got a Sound Alerts redeem that has all of this stuff. And I'm going to be removing some stuff. Let me just see your manage rewards. I'll be removing some stuff right now. So oh no, that's gonna be 15 pages of Beyond Good and Evil. Great. I should be starting to read that soon. Yes. So yeah. Oh, you cheat. You cheat. You went for the 300 one instead of the 700 one. You cheat. Yeah. So, yeah, I've been a student of philosophy. What? Since I ended up taking philosophy 101 as an introductory course in uni. So like when I was back in California and I was still in college, I took a philosophy 101 course as well as like the required abnormal psych course that my uni had. I've been in the UK for so long that I stopped calling it college because that's what they call their high schools here. I started calling it uni, which is what we call our colleges. So it's like, oh yeah, I went to college. Oh yeah, I went to uni. It's like, fuck's sake, I've been here for far too long. But yeah, what else? Yeah, so that's why the redeems for the Republic, Beyond Good and Evil, and meditations are there. I got it before you changed it. Yes. So now I gotta redeem those. I've got to work on those. And there is a community challenge of if you guys actually spend 125 salvage points. Yep. There we go now. Ow, ow. It went the wrong hole. I haven't used a throat in 10,000 years. I should really think on how I word that. I should really think on how I word that next time. So, yeah. Yeah, because saying that you haven't used your throat in 10,000 years, somebody's going to eventually say, "Would you like me to use it?" Like, fuck. I need to think on how I phrase things. Being Californian, I tend to phrase things very interestingly. Bite me. I mean, if you want to, go ahead. So, yeah. The link to the artist who made this model is available on my Twitch here, I do believe. If not, I will be putting it up quite soon. It's on my Twitter. It is definitely on my Twitter. I have it like not only in the base part of my bio, I have them actually put into an extended part of the bio as well. That links back over to them. They are an amazing artist. They have just been starting out. This was apparently the first time they had ever rigged a model with this particular thing. So it's just like, oh my god, I need to do this. This is so beautiful. That and plus it actually kind of looks like me. Like when I actually cut my hair to be bangs, it flicks this way. I have more of a center part, but yeah, when I shave, this is me, except for the beading mark. Oh god. Let me see this. Ah, that was actually a pretty good one. That was a really good one. So, what am I actually doing here? I'm trying to get more of a word out in regards to BattleTech here in the UK, where I'm based, IRL. But as well, I'm trying to get more of a basis for it out where anybody wants to play. I'm hoping that that my streams kind of become an area for people to be able to start doing pickup games in their local areas. They start coming together and playing that they also kind of find whatever games that they want to play together and do that. But mainly I'm just coming to the terms with the fact that I do enjoy art, not just as a mini painter, but I'm coming to terms with it like as a person who likes to do it professionally, where a lot of my time in my life has been working in finance, working in administration. I'm taking a chance and hoping that Twitch kind of builds up the confidence for me to start doing, you know, full commission work as an artist. Because I've done mini painting commissions for websites, but but like being able to do art even part-time beyond streaming and like getting back into regular work, because I need regular work right now, just because I kind of need that. But being able to just create a community around that and give people the confidence that other streamers have given me, like you Sparks, like Mike Moans, like Nix, like Pouty Jinx, like Professor Scariot and Visit, and excuse me, sorry, and everybody else that I've been able to see and watch and work with and play games with and just generally 2 a.m. fuck around and find out with. Yeah. So here's to it. I didn't mean for that to be like all sappy. Ew, ew. Oh god, I'm gonna have to make an Ara Ara redeem, aren't I? Oh god. I hate myself. I make these things happen, don't I? It's like, oh no. I have no filter between my brain and my mouth, and then I say it out loud, and it's just like, yep, you need to do that now. Fuck. So, you said it. Now it must be a thing. I am not... I really can't say that I'm not God, because the entire thing about the Lotus lore, Lich lore, is that it's going to be like, yeah, in these lands, I am God. You are artists. You will get the recognition for being traveling gods coming through my area, but otherwise, nope, I am the controller here. You wander off the paths, you're going to end up getting killed. Great. I am self-fulfilling prophecy of just madness. Yeah, I mean... Alright, so we have... You know what? We can actually make one right now. Now, do I be a dick and I make it that you have to tip for me to do the ara ara? Or do I be an absolute prick and make it like so high that nobody's ever going to get the channel points for it? I gotta make it to where you just can't always do it, though. Oh, yes. That would, yeah. All right, let's see this. Oh, oh yes, you probably will. I'm gonna get on my laptop when I have an auto clicker. Oh no, no, no! Don't do that. Don't start watching me on the laptop with the auto clicker. There we go. Also, I didn't want to drop like, man. I got FOMO. Now I keep seeing comparisons from the Switch, and man, games run so much smoother. Also, didn't want to drop like, no, that's the thing. Yeah, it's gonna be 5K. But yeah, 500 to 600 for a Switch 2. When you can pay that almost near same amount, and you've got an Xbox One X, an Xbox Series One X, it's like I could get something with an actual CD DVD drive that can play Blu-rays on my TV. The only thing that I'm really paying for in regards to it is, yeah, the smoother gameplay when it comes to Switch games. But at the same time, hey, I can play movies. And then on top of that, you've got the fact that with the Switch, while you own the actual gaming system, the issue is that you're licensing the operational drive, and they're going to use that to brick your system as soon as you start modding it. Mm-hmm. Challenge accepted. Yeah, you should. To get to 5K, it's probably going to take you about 5 streams to get to. I know what I'm doing. You want to hear the ara ara? You gotta do it. You gotta listen. It's crazy. If you remove the seal on the screen, it breaks your warranty. Yeah, exactly. It's weird. It's not only weird. It's that entire thing of you don't own. You only rent. And this is a lifetime rental in regards to the hardware. It is what Apple does to a drastic extreme. And it's just going to get worse. So to me, it's not that they're overrated. It's how do I put this gently? I mean, is there really a way to put this gently? They're shit. Pokemon hasn't really lived up to the generational bounces in technology that they have really stated it's going to be since the transition off of the Game Boy Advance days. I mean, the last really good Pokemon game that I played was when it became part of the DS series of games, and that was because they included 3D, like Star Fox style 3D. But beyond that, it's not really been innovative as a genre pusher for collectors. Sparks, put it up on your throne. I bet you somebody will I bet you like several dozen people will put together the cash to be able to get you it. Whenever you say Dim, I always want to call him Zim, and then it's just like Invader Zim. The Switch is good. The original Switch, yeah, is good. I would say that the original Switch, for what it is Invader Dim. I'm going to call him that from now on. Yeah. And oh man, dim sum. Oh, Sparks. He's your comfy dumpling. Sparks be getting dim sum. So yeah, I am. Yeah, I type really fast. I type faster than most people, um, just because I've worked in admin so long. Like my entire life for the past 30 years has been typing on computers, and that's like from the time that I was 7 to now. has just been typing on computers. I've done like right now. Okay, we'll do that. We're going to switch over to our talking area. All right. Okay, we're going to do this. 3, 2, 1. $53 words per minute. Or 243 clicks per minute. That's not the best that I've ever had. I actually have done ASMR recordings in the past. Yeah, let's do it again. Okay, so consistently in the mid 50s, well, low 50s, so, and 212 clicks per minute. So in the high, like, clicks per minute. So so yeah, I have done many weird things throughout my life. So Actually, let's see here. Let's change background. Color picker, select. Let's just go full black. Oh, that works so much better with this. Yeah, that works so much better. Oh, wow. So yeah. But yeah, I used to be able to be like 120 words per minute. Being at 50 kind of feels slow, even though to some it might be